How are we holding up out there?
We don't have the strength to take the fight to Kang yet.
Aye. And Kang's Citadel be protected by a mighty barrier.
Whoa! Heads up! Oh, no! We got it. That end is radioactive, you genius.
Hey, careful, you can't just...
Look, big guy. If you couple your dynamic resonators with a subneutron accelerator...
But that could lead to a lethal magnetic containment failure, which then...
Oh, boo-hoo! You worry too much. Voila! One boosted receiver.
Oh! Cosmo! Good boy! Are you calling from nowhere?
Cosmo, big stop chrono distress call. Pretty lady needed help.
Pretty lady?
Doesn't that dog live on that giant head of a dead Celestial? Something with that much energy could help us take out Kang's defenses.
We're outside space and time, and I don't see a door into Chronopolis.
No, Hank. But we could make one, using the nexus of all realities. I may have an ancient spell that could unify this energy and tear a hole into Chronopolis. Though I'd need to consult the tomes in my library.
Neat idea, Doc, but that Nexus explosion was huge. Any remaining shards would have been scattered all across Chronopolis. It would take months to find them.
Aye. Or mere moments, if we had the infinite sight of the mighty Heimdall.
Asgard is out there, but it's not of our Thor's time. It looks practically apocalyptic.
Then let us hope Heimdall still holds guard over the Bifrost Bridge.
Okay. Let's form up 2 teams and start to turn the tide on Kang.
I pray that Heimdall and my father are safe. I've heard tell of much destruction in my homeland.
Is it technically still your homeland? I thought this Asgard was from a different region of time and space.
Wherever it's from, let's hope we find at least one version of Heimdall who can help us.
Training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development.
Detected a crime pretty close to you. Hey, wouldn't it be great if this was the last crime ever? Nah, a girl can dream.
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain.
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to solve the frozen science. Rock looks like my mom.
Yes.
Strange said he'd go to the Sanctum for the book. Our mission is to go to Asgard and find Heimdall.
No! Help me!
It might be a slightly controversial opinion, considering all the people who've been uprooted from their homes, but I actually think this Chronopolis place looks rather picturesque in an unorthodox sort of way. In fact, I was just thinking how nice it would be if someone, perhaps a kind nephew of mine, were to take some lovely photos for me. Only if they had the time, of course.
The Sanctum, huh? Wonder how Strange and the others are getting on.
That's very kind of you, dear. Thank you. Now, what kind of picture would I like? How about a picture that features a sphinx, that big, floating, bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower? That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
Strange said he'd go to the Sanctum for the book. Our mission is to go to Asgard and find Heimdall. definitely seen better days.
The observatory appears deserted. Let us take our search to my father's throne.
Looks like the palace entrance is caved in. Any thoughts on how we're gonna get in there? This isn't the kind of thing I normally deal with. Anyone else want to try? Hello? Looks like the remains of some kind of heavy-duty weapon. Shame it's not in one piece. We're gonna need to find a way to break through. Where could I go?
We should hurry inside. If this is the situation out here, I dare not think what dangers may lurk inside the palace.
As you can hear, Kang's Chronopolis has descended into a mad melee. It looks like it's curtains for us for sure. Our one sliver of hope is a plan to get into Kang's central citadel and take him down. Sources tell me WASP has secured contact with an ally on the distant nowhere. That's a giant head of a celestial, for those of you not paying attention. Don't get too excited, though, as the offer of help has come from a dog. That's how desperate the Avengers are, folks. Cosmic canines aside, this spacehead could contain enough energy, or tech, or magic beans, to put a dent in the defenses of that citadel. What our so-called heroes need are a pair of sharp eyes to find the fragments of the Nexus they had a hand in shattering.
Odin, my king. The kingdom is lost. Our forces scattered.
Enough! This destruction was brought about by those fools, the Warriors 3, defying Kang. We had a deal.
Odin, I still know not why thou made such a pact.
I mean, son. You're alive.
Father, what is this madness?
Thor, is it really you?
Oh, father!
Heimdall!
Loki, how? We banished you into the abyss.
Kang plucked me from that demise. With his help, I sent Father on a fool's errand to find you after Manhattan was lost an age ago, leaving me to finally take my rightful place on the throne. Ah! Oh! It's coming down!
As Guardians, finally I will exact my vengeance.
Surtur, foul beast!
I'm going to take your realm, Thor!
We shall see about that, Surtur.
I, believe he was talking to me.
Actually, it's my realm at the moment.
Not now, Loki.
Sons of Muspel, daughters of fury, monsters of the flame, our time has come. Sound the battle cry that all who live may hear it and despair. March to destruction. March to the fall of Asgard.
What the heck are those things?
Surtur's minions. Pesky beasts, but they are no match for us.
This looks like my specialty. like it. Someone objects in the next few seconds, I'm keeping this. Anyone? Nice.
Spell! You will fail!
I suppose there are aspects to living amongst mortals that I still fail to grasp. This item! I like it. Another!
Someone objects in the next few seconds, I'm keeping this. Anyone?
Are they full of water?
Broth. The best Asgard has to offer. It would be a shame to waste them.
We'd be poor hosts if we didn't offer Surtur a drink now, wouldn't we, brother?
Such a clumsy attack. This is why I don't normally use swords. You can't miss with a hammer.
There! That should hold him for a moment.
A moment may be all we need. That won't keep me down so easily.
Wow, that's a speedy fire department.
Fastest in all the realms.
Yes! I completed the mission! My reputation as a totally legit superhero continues!
Nice teamwork.
Aye. See, brother, when we unite forces... Brother.
He snuck out on us.
Families. Heimdall, thank the World Tree you survived.
Mere rocks won't break me.
We have much to discuss, and we require your aid, locating shards of the Nexus.
Curious. Odin, I mean, Loki, was asking of the same.
Then go with them. I will keep vigil here should Surtur return.
You make a most worthy Thor.
Let's regroup back in Manhattan.
Finally! I've always wanted to visit Broadway.